Stone Soup. Chapter 1. The Man at the Door. It was a dark, windy night in the middle of winter. Snow blew against the door of the farmhouse. The farmer's wife moved closer to the fire to keep warm. Her husband, the farmer, was still out in the fields. He had to take care of the sheep. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. "Who's there?" called the farmer's wife. "Is that you, husband?" There was no answer. The knock came again. It was louder this time. "Who's there?" called the farmer's wife again. But only the wind howled at the window. The farmer's wife pulled her shawl tight around her. She picked up a stick and went to the door. "Is anyone there?" she asked. This time a thin voice replied, "Open the door." "Who is it?" asked the farmer's wife. She did not want to let a stranger in when her husband was not at home. "Just let me in," said the voice. "You will be glad you did." The farmer's wife opened the door a little. She looked through the crack. There was a man on the doorstep. He looked thin and hungry. "Please help me," he said. "I have lost my way in the snow, and I am freezing." The farmer's wife had a kind heart. "Very well then," she said, "but my husband and I are very poor. I have no food to give you." "Then you need my magic stone soup." "My magic soup stone," said the man. He took a small gray stone from his pocket. It looked like an ordinary stone. It was the same as all the other stones in the farmyard. "What is a soup stone?" said the farmer's wife. "Let me show you," said the man. "You must fill a pot with water and boil it over the fire. Then my stone will make the most delicious soup for you." The farmer's wife was excited. Come in," she said. "I must see how you make soup from a stone." The man sat down in a comfortable chair. He took off his wet boots and stretched his feet toward the fire. The farmer's wife filled a big pot with water. She hung it over the fire, and it began to boil. "What shall I do next?" she asked. The man gave her the stone. She dropped it into the water. "Magic soup stone, make some soup," said the man. The farmer's wife looked into the pot. Nothing is happening, she said. You must stir it for a while, said the man. Stir and stir, but do not stop. The farmer's wife took a wooden spoon and began to stir the water. The man fell asleep in the chair and began to snore. Wake up, said the farmer's wife. The soup is boiling. Shall we taste it now? The man woke up and licked his lips. That smells good, he said. The soup stone has made a good soup. The farmer's wife could smell nothing. The man leaned over the pot and dipped the spoon into the water. The stone sat under the water at the bottom of the pot. The man tasted the water and licked his lips. The soup is delicious, he said, but I think it needs a little bit of salt and some potatoes. They will make it taste even better. And he sat back in his chair and fell asleep once more. The farmer's wife got some potatoes. She put them in the pot. Then she found some salt. She put that into the pot too. Magic Soup Stone, make some soup, she said. The farmer's wife sat by the fire. She stirred the soup for a long time. Is it ready now? She asked. The man woke up with a jump. He sniffed the air. It is almost ready, he said. The stone will make a good soup, but it will be even better if we add some butter. The farmer's wife jumped up. She went to get some butter. Put it in the pot, said the man. She put the butter in the pot. Magic Soup Stone, make some soup, said the man. Then he tasted the soup. It is delicious, he said, but a good soup like this needs some more vegetables. Have you got some? Oh, yes, said the farmer's wife. She went to the cupboard and opened the door. Inside the cupboard, there were carrots and beans. Put the vegetables in the pot, said the man. So the farmer's wife put the carrots and beans into the pot. The man looked into the pot. Magic Soup Stone, make some soup, he said. Can we eat it now? Asked the farmer's wife. I am very hungry. It is almost ready, said the man. You must keep stirring, or the soup stone will not work. Stir and do not stop. The farmer's wife stirred the soup with the big wooden spoon. He sat back in the comfortable chair and smiled.